It's the Memphis Sports Network, WMC Memphis, WMFS HD2 Bartlett Memphis, WMFS FM and HD1 Bartlett, WMFS Memphis, ESPN 790 AM and 92.9 FM ESPN.
The views and opinions of the hosts or guests of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of the management or staff of Intercom Memphis.
Watch the sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me. Where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Rea. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Rea. Listen up and learn about it on Outdoors with Larry Rea.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Rea on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services. Now, here's your host, Larry Rea.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Rea on this February the 11th. Hard to believe Valentine's Day is coming up. Will it be Tuesday? And I know Ron Wong's all set up. He's bought, I understand all the box of chocolate-covered strawberries have been purchased by Ron Wong to give to his entourage that he travels with and everything. So, good morning, Ron.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Greg.
Greg Radliff is in here.
Yes,
Ron.
he is.
Good morning.
It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It always is.
Wow,
Yeah.
what crazy weather we have. It's gonna
really? Yeah.
warm up again. Boy, it was cold Thursday when I was out.
So here we go up, and that's why I am still dealing with the epizootie here.
Well, I hope you get to feeling better soon.
Oh, it was pretty good till a couple of days. Anyway, but hey, we're going to have a show that's one of my favorite of the year because we got so many things going on in the Mid-South. Right, Ron? I mean, this is
I got to tell you,
we got
a lot going on.
boat shows.
Wild game dinners.
That's exactly right there. Yeah. And
and bass tournaments are going on already.
They are this weekend.
Wow.
So but we've got a huge event coming up. Coming up on, well, it really starts on Monday, but they're going to be doing some drawings tonight, and we've got Rick Carlisle. He's the superintendent at Ames Plantation, based out of near Grand Junction there for the University of Tennessee. And Rick, I know 118 years. That's pretty amazing.
That's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. I was down in West Point back in the fall, and I went to this hotel in downtown West Point, Mississippi, and there was this thing, the Clay County, this hotel, saying that was the site of the very first national championship for bird dogs. I saw this plaque down there, and actually that's where it did start, right down in Mississippi.
Yeah, the national championship started in West Point, Mississippi in 1896, and when you said you were down there, I thought you were going to say you were there for the first event.
No, I was sick that day. No, I was running around with Teddy Roosevelt during those days and things.
Yeah,
but 118 years, golly. And Rick, I understand that you are not a judge this year.
Thank goodness, you're right.
They've roped you into this. I know this, but we've got the three judges. They've all been selected, and tonight's the night. Tell our listeners out there. Let's talk a little bit about tonight, and then maybe some formats and some great storylines out there too.
Well, we start off with the drawing will be at Bryan Hall at 7 o'clock. We have 43 dogs that are officially nominated for this year's event. That would be they'll let us run the first week Monday through Saturday and Monday through Friday of the second week with no delays.
Oh, there's never any delays. You know
right,
that, yeah.
You know, just little fog and our lightning, and since I'm allergic to that, we don't ride when it's lightning. So,
well, I'm glad you don't do that. But tonight the drawing, 43 dogs, and you say nominated. So explain to our listeners out there what that means.
For a dog to run in the national championship, there are 82 qualifying events in the United States and Canada. And for a dog to initially qualify to run in the national, he has to have at least 2 first-place wins any time during his lifetime. So he may get his first win when he's 2 years old. He may not get his second win until he's 4 years old. But once he gets that win, he's officially qualified, and then the owners must nominate the dog, and then they can put his name in nomination. We will put his name in the hat, draw him out. We draw the dogs out for a brace mate, so there will be 2 dogs in a brace, and we draw them out for brace mate in order of running, not for a specific day or time. And then we pair them up in braces, and then when that dog gets to run, they have to pay a running fee as well. So it's $600 to nominate, $600 to run, so $1,200 entry fee to get that dog in there.
And again, we're talking to Rick Carlisle from Ames Plantation. And Rick, these are not your traditional 1-hour trials. 3 hours. These dogs are special.
That is correct. Most of the qualifying events, well, probably 95% of the qualifying events are 1-hour heats.
Yeah.
This is an endurance stake. It's a 3-hour stake. The center, if you ride on a horse, just the center line of the track, it would be 11.5 linear miles on horseback. That dog, when he runs, will actually run somewhere between 23 to 25 miles in that 3-hour time period. So he's going to have to be in perfect physical condition to be able to do that.
And the judges are looking for style, stamina, and the ability to locate coveys of quail, right?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
And go ahead.
They're also looking for a dog that ends his 3 hours with hopefully just as much energy and enthusiasm as he started that 3 hours with. And
this is really, and I was looking over, and I've got the names here and everything. Some storylines here. I was amazed. Our good friend Steve Hurdle, 7 dogs nominated, and tell our listeners a little bit about what happened to Steve.
Well, back in, I believe it was 2005, 2006, when he won with Shell Creek Coin, we had just made the announcement on the front steps of the Manor House, and just about 40 minutes later, he had it wasn't a heart attack, but it was a busted aorta, I believe is what happened, and he hit the ground, and we had emergency personnel on the grounds, and they started taking care of him. They went ahead and called in wings, and we loaded him on that helicopter, and they took him to Memphis. And he was in surgery for about 9 hours, I think, and got 44 pints of blood. And the young man survived, and he has he's been campaigning dogs ever since. So
amazing.
It is. He's just very fortunate to be with us.
Yes, and he knows that, and to have 7 dogs is
that's unprecedented.
It is. You told me that in your 35 years there, you can't remember one handler with that many dogs and having to juggle his schedule. Now we know he can't handle 2 dogs in one brace. So, you have to work that out, too, don't you?
Absolutely. And see, what we do is when we draw for brace mate in order of running, he can only have 1 dog in a brace, but then we also set up the situation where he doesn't have to run back-to-back. So we have to draw a brace in between where he runs, and so that way he doesn't have to run in the morning and again in the afternoon, because that wears on your nerves and your voice pretty bad.
It does, and a lot of people don't realize, as you said, the on the voice to keep up with these dogs. And
absolutely.
And you look at this, and then you look, there's last year's champions here.
We have Whippoorwill Justified. We'll be back. That dog's owned by Ronnie Spears from Jacksonville, Arkansas.
Yes, wonderful guy. Yeah,
absolutely, just a gem of a guy, and the tremendous dog.
And and Larry Huffman there. He looks with 4 dogs, so he's got 4 to keep up with. I think some other ones. I don't know if Robin Gates might have 4.
Robin has 4, and Randy Anderson has 4, and I think Mark McLean has 4.
Wow.
And so the drawing is going to be very interesting.
It is, isn't it? It really is. I mean, those,
in addition to that, Larry, there's 7 females, and 6 of them are being drawn in season. So you can only brace a female with a female when she's in season.
oh man, so those ping pong balls are going to be going crazy.
Oh man, what are you talking about? Bingo balls,
yeah. When we do this, and also we got some setters in there.
Oh yeah, I got 5 setters. Shoot, man, setter crowd's gonna be thick.
Well, I know, folks. This is really if it should be on everybody's bucket list. I know it's Monday through Saturday. We are back to run on Saturday, have for several years, and the braces are usually around 8 and 1, something like that, right, Rick?
From 8 to 11, and then from 1 to 4.
Yes. So they're 3 hours. You have a chance. You can ride the roads if you don't have a horse, or you can get a horse. And take part in this. And I know one of the big events, it always hits during President's Day.
Oh, yeah.
And that's an amazing scene.
Absolutely. When you've got 500-600 horses out there, it is amazing.
We need to get Larry on a horse.
No. Rick's been, everybody's.
We've been trying for years.
Yeah, we go back a long day. Yeah, the Jimmy Bryant and then, and all these others, Dr. Anderson, they've all. I saw Henry Reynolds the way he walked. And I knew that I did not want to follow Henry Reynolds. He had an unusual walk because, anyway, we won't.
He also heard Henry fell off, right?
Yes, more than once, as I remember, on the same horse.
That's funny.
Well, I know that you guys always picked out a good horse for Henry.
Absolutely.
He always rode Rebel and Dynamite, those horses like that. I won't.
Thunder and Lightning, both of them. Yeah.
But it is this is you're drawing people from all over the United States, right?
Absolutely, and some of these dogs in the past have been owned by folks from Japan.
Yes,
and so it is an international competition.
And the folks go to AimsPlantation.org, right?
Correct. www.aimsplantation.org, and our website. You can click on when it pops up. There'll be information on the 2017 National Championship. Click on that, and it's nominated dog sponsors and list all the events that are going to be happening.
And the sponsors, I don't let Rick get away because the sponsors are so important.
Sponsors are, you just can't put on an event like this without them. They are just wonderful.
And folks, if you haven't been to Ames Plantation, for the championship, when they get on the steps up there, and they announce the winner, it's one of those goosebump moments, even for an old guy like me, because families break down, they're crying, they're happy. The dog don't care. He just wants to get fed and get on back home, He may have a girlfriend around the corner. We don't know. That dog is ready, So, and when it gets right down to it. But anyway, that's tonight, 7 o'clock. You can find it's real easy. Folks, I made that one mistake, and Rick knows that. One year I said Buford Ellington Boulevard. I messed up on that. There is no boulevard on Ames Plantation, right, Rick? So
that is correct.
Come off Highway, that's Highway 18? What is that?
Highway 18, off of Highway 18 is Buford Ellington Road.
Yeah, follow that on around, and you just follow the crowds to Bryan Hall. You'll see the truck. That used to be Rick's truck, I think, some time ago. Now, that's a lot of history there. And another thing I'm going to tell before Rick gets out here, stop by the Bird Dog Museum. I mean, there is so much going on, and that is a wonderful facility right in Grand Junction. There's a lot of things that's going to happen out there today, this being Saturday.
The Hall of Fame Awards starting at 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, at the Hall of Fame Awards and the reception, and then Sunday evening they got things going on. But good deal, Rick, and we're going to have you folks stick around because we're going to have Steve Hurdle himself on later in the show today, and I'll be writing about it in Sunday's commercial appeal. So we'll talk to you, Rick. Okay, buddy. Thank you.
Man, thank you.
All right. Let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Rea and switch gears to Ron Wong's favorite subject, FISH.
Hey, I love the bird dogs.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, we need to ride out there someday. I don't know if they allow cars as big as yours out there. So you have a Jeep we could go in?
No, as long as they've got a ATV for us, and of course maybe we can talk to our buddy Frank Barton and say, hey.
Yeah, you don't allow ATVs. No, we'd have to be in a Jeep.
Excuse me?
No, there's no ATVs out there. This is traditional. Yeah.
That means we'll be on a horse?
Not the both of us together. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back on ESPN 790.
You can find out